I like my little nut there. I don't know about you guys, but I like it a lot. Good evening, folks. Last minute betting with the Sports Nuts. Confessions of a Sports Nut. Also brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. And Tony says that's what she said.
She did.
Yeah, she did. I'm telling
Hopefully,
you.
for your sake.
I was going to say, fingers crossed.
Yeah. For your sake.
Hey, don't forget, we got all kinds of things going on. We got a Discord link in the description below. Join our Discord. I think we're up to like 18 members now. We just started it yesterday or last night and got it going, and we're going to try to continue to go with it and putting out a lot of free picks. Tony doctored it up for me. Did you guys notice that? He put the football and the basketball and all. That was all Tony. I had nothing to do with that. I said, look, I made you an admin for a reason, and he's still here. I could barely. I was like, you know what? Tony, you and me and Mike, since Mike is an admin, need to take shifts on that. We're going to have to do it in shifts as to who's going to keep an eye on the Discord. However you want to do it, man. However you want to do it. Don't forget about the picks, me and Mike and Tony. In DubClub, there's a link below in the description. We got a 14-day free trial. Let me let you know where we are at in the 3M championship. 3M Open, I should say. We got Sahith Theegala at 5. Tony Finau, we have as an outright. He's sitting tied for 13th, but, he's only one shot out of the top 5. Keith Mitchell and Cam Davis, both at -3, tied at 25. Doug Gim on the course, -2. Got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys tied at -1. Van Ruin's screwing us. He's ruining it for us. Bridgman at -8 is leading the tournament, followed by Mackenzie Hughes at -7. Patrick Rogers and Trainer at -6, and then Streelman, Theegala, Woodland, Pendrith, Sink, Thor Bjornsson. Oh, yeah, I could say that name. Novak, all at -5. By the way, Thor Bjornsson I had last week, and he sucked. And now this week I don't have him, and he's playing good. Figure it out. Just happens that way sometimes. Yeah, ruined it for us. Yeah, you saw that, didn't you? Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, we only have 2 games on the slate tonight. So we can talk all kinds of sports, whatever we want to talk about. I know in our Discord, Tony the other day had the United States at or Serbia plus 15.5. And now I think the line is 11.5. Is that correct, guys?
I'm not sure.
I haven't even looked at that one lately. I know I jumped on it being when it was put into that Discord. So if you guys aren't getting in there, get into that right now because guys are throwing up very good plus EV plays as soon as they pop up.
Yep.
Right. It's down to 12.5.
Wow.
Down to 12.5, but 15.5 the other day. So it's going to be interesting. Gonna be really, really interesting. And then Sudan, South Sudan, who the United States only beat them by a point on the great LeBron James last-second layup. They are actually favored now over Puerto Rico by 1.5. And the line started out, I think, with Puerto Rico favored by like 4 points. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, Serbia plus 15.5 he gave out. So be keeping an eye on this, man. There's going to be some opportunity for us to make money in the Olympics Yes, in the Olympics. That's what I meant to say, Mike. I saw your delay there.
Well, yeah. Well, I saw your delay. I didn't have a delay. I saw your delay.
Okay, whatever. One thing I do want to show you, folks, and I'm just going to share this real quick. I've already put out a couple of price picks plays for those of you that are into the DFS. But as I show you this here for Sunday, July 28th and Saturday, you can actually go and click on any of these games. And you're going to pull up the money line and the point spread and the totals. In order to find this, you're going to have to type in the name. Okay? So let's just go Brazil versus France. See if anything pops up there. There it goes. Money line, point spread, total. So that's how you're going to find a lot of these Olympic matches. As far as water polo, because I know there's a lot of you out there that are really interested in water polo, you probably have to go to the book for that. But
yeah,
we do have basketball lines.
Not something I'm jumping in on. I know you gave out some water polo plays. I don't know if those hit or not. I'm going to probably say they didn't because
they're not. They haven't started yet. It's the U.S. men in their game over 21.5 or their match, and the U.S. women minus 6.5. Yeah, okay. I'm not afraid.
Yeah, I might hop on that over 21.5 there. I like that.
I know. I'm not afraid. There's some people that are. I'm not afraid at all.
I had someone at the blackjack table once. She was about a 77-year-old lady and a woman at that point, I guess. But she always told me, "Scared money don't make money," and that was on Thursday nights down at the casino. We saw each other often.
Yeah,
it's Italy and USA. That's the over 21.5. That also starts July 28th, and the women minus 6.5 against Greece. Got them both on DraftKings. So there are a lot of Olympic opportunities there. Go and find some. In the meantime, we've got baseball tonight. We got 2 games. By the way, before we even go any further,
I have no idea, Tony. I don't have any idea what it even means. No idea.
Total points, right?
Total goals.
Oh, goals.
This is water polo, Tony. Okay, it's not handball. All right.
Which was on today, I believe.
No, they got to put it in the net. Every shot's worth a point, and it's like hockey. Okay, they actually, they go in the penalty area.
Well, if it's like hockey, how in the hell are they going to get 22 goals?
Power plays and what have you. Okay, there are 4 periods, I believe. That's how they get 22 goals, Mike. Okay. And the reason I'm taking the over, the U.S. team seems the games that they've been in have been, close to 30 points. But, that's why I picked it. And the U.S. women's team is actually ranked higher with the women than the men's are. So that's where I'm going. And, follow me for your water polo best bets.
Will do.
Yeah.
Will do.
All right.
You're going to have to do a video and get you a thumbnail of you in the water, threading water. And
I'm sure you haven't thought. I used to play handball when I was young, man. That's fun. A lot of fun. And racquetball.
Both take a lot of endurance.
Yes. Back in them days, I had endurance. Not anymore. That's for sure. Let's talk about Dylan Cease, Brendan.
Wow, what a great game today. It was fun watching that. Hope some of you guys were able to tune in for a little bit or at least closer to the end where that game was coming. But, I mean, you could just see the excitement on not only his face but his teammates' face. Only the second one in Padres history. So that's incredible that we've been able to see both of them over the last 3 years, I believe. I think Musgrove did it 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good for them. Good for him. I definitely had his over today on the strikeouts. So hopefully you guys were able to jump on that too. It was plus money early this morning, or plus EV early this morning. So hopefully you guys got on that. But what a game. What a great game. Good for him. Good for Cease. Good for the Padres. Good for San Diego.
Yep. Yep. We don't mind that at all, although I wish the Cardinals would have got him. But that's neither here nor there.
Well,
Go ahead, Brandon.
I was just going to say, I seen that if you played some of those right better slips from Alex, that was the game to have the slips in. Lots of no hits and under on the strike or over on strikeouts. And hopefully you guys were able to just tail some of that in there. But we'll see what happens tonight's slates.
All right. So the trade deadline is coming up. What is the date for that? Is that Tuesday?
I was just going to say, I know it's
August. No, I'm sorry. Is it August? No, it's July 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
Because I'd seen an article come out today, Garrett Crochet looking to, if he gets traded, redo his contract. So that's definitely going to be throwing some things off in that trade market. I'll be interested to see what happens before the end of the month here.
Okay, so that's Tuesday is the trade deadline, 5 p.m. And you know what? Let's get Garrett Crochet to St. Louis. I'd love it. I'm serious.
He would feel probably right at home in there, and I definitely think that would instantly make them right back into the contender spot because they're definitely flirting with it. They're trying to hold on with everything they can.
Guys, they got no offense. Their offense sucks. I mean, getting shut out by the Pirates yesterday, only scoring 2 runs in the first game lucky, or the second game lucky to win.
Yeah, huge letdown after beating Paul Skeens, and I know they didn't exactly tear it up and light it up. I mean, Skeens pitched outstanding.
Doesn't matter. You got to win.
They got the win. Well, they got the win against Skeens, and they turned around and lost that third game. They lost the first game. I thought they needed to win as well. So, bad loss. We were talking about the Padres. They won 5 in a row, 6 out of their last 8. They're getting hot now. Looking at these teams competing for that wild card spot, I think it's pretty obvious to me right now the Cardinals are trending in the wrong direction, and there's teams that are getting hot, and I just don't think that they'll be able to hold on and make the playoffs, and I don't know that they'll make any moves anyway. They're not known to do much. So
San Diego, okay, check it out. San Diego has played 105 games. The Cardinals have played 102 games. So they got 3 games in hand on San Diego. San Diego is a half a game ahead of them, all because of the win today. Otherwise, they would be tied. And the Mets have actually moved into the number 2 wild card.
Flirting with.
They're only 5 games over. So, and Atlanta is only 8 games over. Guys, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a dogfight. Pittsburgh's only a game and a half out of that last wild card spot. Arizona is only a game out. And then you got Cincinnati, 4 games under 500, only 4.5 games out. San Francisco, 5 games out. And the Cubs, 5.5 games out. That whole Central Division is in the wild card race, except for Milwaukee, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a believer in the Reds. Pirates, I'm not sure they're going to be there either. I look at Arizona. I think Arizona has the talent where if they start getting it going, they could slide in there. The Padres are hot right now, and they have some offense. They have some firepower there. Mets as well right now. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. What did the Mets just do to the Yankees?
Clean sweep, 4-0 on the season to them. So, yeah, they're definitely playing some hot ball. Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor went deep last night. So their main guys, they're getting hot when it's time to get hot.
So you mean to tell me, Tony, and by the way, Tony, if you want an invite, you can come on the show real quick. You'd have to trade Jordan Walker, Victor Scott, and Quinn Matthews and more to even enter that conversation? I mean, are you serious? I mean, what's this fucking kid done?
I think the thing that helps, in their favor, if any team that's going to try to trade for Crochet is, again, he wants a contract extension. according to sources, he's kind of saying he doesn't want to come out of the bullpen and he doesn't want to go anywhere that's not going to help extend his contract. So I don't know how much Chicago can really be able to, how much leverage they really have to be able to get guys back when you're going to be handing this guy off and knowing that they're going to have to pay more money to get him in return as well too. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but you definitely are going to have to move some guys. Not that Chicago has any hope anyways on doing anything, but it might play into Chicago or the team that's going for them's favor. Like I said, that he's come out openly and said, I want a new contract. I need more money to go play somewhere.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%, you know, and it's funny. We're talking about Dylan Cease pitching a no-hitter today. Hell, he used to pitch for the White Sox. So it seems like the White Sox they can't hold on to anybody. I don't think there's any doubt somebody will probably come in and swoop him up. The Cardinals probably won't give up anybody to get him. I mean, you're talking about a team that didn't want to trade Dylan Carlson to get Juan Soto. You know, I mean,
actually,
no, I mean,
you know what? I'm going to refute that rumor right there. That is actually not true. That is not. It was not all about Dylan Carlson in that.
Well,
trade.
Walker too.
That's bullshit.
Walker and Carlson.
You know what? That's fake news.
Walker and Carlson, man.
All right. Enough of this stuff. Let's talk. Mike and I were just, touching on the NFL earlier. Obviously, next week we've already put in a play in our Discord. 3 prospects for a top starter. That's about market value.
Well, yeah, and that's not really a I mean, Jordan Walker. These guys, Jordan Walker's. Look, I'm not sure about him. I've heard all the upside and this and that, but we've not seen it. I mean, at this point, if I'm the Cardinals, I'd give up on him. I'd move him.
Yeah, I think it's hard to keep prolonging certain things as a franchise. You're hoping for guys to turn on pretty quick, and especially when you're the one that's trying to build them, you're putting them through the system, the league, you're helping them grow into a player, and hopefully they don't turn into the Indians or Guardians, just giving away guys for free that go become all-stars everywhere else.
Jump his ass for saying Indians.
I switched it up quick, and I am a Cleveland guy, so we hold on to those.
All right, hey, Jordan Walker's had 1 year in the major leagues, boys, and it wasn't a bad year. So you know what? You're going to give up on a kid that quick? He's got a lot of talent. I don't think I'd give up on him. Better talk to Albert Pujols about that. $5 in the jar.
I'll put 10 in for that mistake. That's my fault.
All right. Anyway, next Thursday, and you got to be excited about this. The NFL preseason kicks off. I'm going to ask you very quickly here, Brendan, are you going to be betting any preseason football?
Oh, there's no doubt about that. I'm itching. I'm tingling thinking about NFL coming back. That's my spot. I think we already got Houston at -1.5 on the point spread. We threw that up into the Discord, if I'm not mistaken, and I've been
it's +1.5.
+1.5. Even better.
It was +1.5. So yes,
even better. So
Bears are favored.
Yeah, so I already got a bet down on the NFL. I'm just patiently waiting, and Canton, Ohio, 45 minutes away from my home, so I feel the energy.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's cool. Holy cow, man. He's in a good spot there. He can go all kinds of places, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
And not have to drive very far.
No.
Are your winters really rough, though?
Winters get pretty harsh, but we've been pretty blessed these last 3 years. Not much snow. Those Midwestern sayings, as you guys know, it's not the cold that gets you, it's the wind.
Right.
Yeah.
That's global warming.
Yeah, that's at its finest.
Hey, and where we're at, it's the humidity.
Okay? Yeah, there you go.
Get you, all right? Trust me. All right, 2 games on the slate for tonight. Anything we can do to put a parlay together of any sort that we could put out? in on Twitter and put it out in our Discord. We've got Braves and Mets starting at a little less than an hour, about
You
50.
do a same game parlay if you guys were down to do that. I mean, I got to be honest with you, I got nothing in that Angels A's game. I mean, I'm looking at the Braves and Mets, and I think I could find a couple of plays there.
Well, we're going to go for Sale on strikeouts.
Yeah, have to go with that.
You got to go over.
What's his number at? 7.5. Yeah, I would take that. I would take that
because I got a 25% boost in BetMGM, and also, guys, I have a 25% boost for somebody to hit a home run. So you guys pick somebody to hit a home run separate from this SGP, and I'm going to put it. I'm going to bet it.
Okay.
But let's get this SGP done first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Now we got Severino. I saw him on over 5.5 strikeouts. I don't know what you guys think about that. Do you like the We could put that in there. What do you think?
Well, you cut out. I didn't catch it.
Braves on the money line tonight. Do you like that in this SGP?
Man, it's tough. That's tough. I mean, as hot as the Mets have been, pretty hot.
3 home runs yesterday for the Mets.
Yeah, and the Braves have been ice cold. What are they? 4 in a row.
Yeah. But they got their stopper. I mean, he's the guy that's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think they could snap this losing streak.
Just for the heck of it, let's put it in there right now and see what it does to the SGP. It's 2 legs. I mean, we got a ways to go. Somewhere around plus 250, plus 270.
I'm not opposed to throwing in a couple hits for the game, player hits. I mean, just looking at some of the stats from the last 10 games and even on the season, you got Marcell Ozuna in his last 10 games. He's got 8 hits. And versus the Mets, he's been hitting 7, on average, 7 out of 10 games that he plays against them. So I like him for a hit. And I know that Frankie Lindor, I mean, he's been hot lately since that All-Star break. He's been coming out. I feel like he's had a hit in every game. So I like the 2 of them each for a hit tonight, personally.
I'd take that. Yeah. I would take that. Tristan, I would Julio Rodriguez over. Mariners do not play today.
They are off tonight.
Yes, they play Chicago tomorrow. I think they start a series with the White Sox tomorrow. For tomorrow, Tristan, yes, that maybe go with that play.
Plus 657 now on this SGP. I don't think we want to go more than 4 legs, guys.
No, I'm fine with that.
I like the 4 legs.
All right.
I do too. I mean, we got 3 plays that are pretty heavy on the Braves, Sales over strikeouts and the money line. And then we've got Marcell Ozuna to get a hit. And I mean, let's face it, Lindor, I mean, he's probably going to get a hit too. So yeah, I don't mind it.
I think Sale hits that strike, goes over on the strikeouts. It looks pretty good for the Braves to be able to win that. So they definitely do go hand in hand well together.
Yes, I think we got some good correlation going on there. Definitely. And yeah, I'm just not feeling a home run. 2 decent pitchers on the mound. Not to say there's not a home run, but yeah, man, I just rather stay away.
Dodgers minus 1.5 was on the positive EV page today. It is 4-2 Dodgers in the 8th inning.
Yeah, looks like the Giants got a runner on second there. Gonna need to hold them here. 2 outs in the 8th, so get out of that with a 4-2 lead, and maybe add some more runs in the bottom of the 8th, and make that an easy cash for you.
I am on MGM. I see that boost. I am not seeing right now the home runs. I'm in the Braves and Mets game right now. I was hoping.
Yeah, I got that earlier, so I'm not sure. Let's see, over 7.5 strikeouts. Uh-oh. The availability of your bet has changed.
No.
Oh, I love when they do that shit. I'm looking right now. Is it the sale over on strikeout?
Probably.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep. I figured. Probably changed.
All right. So we need another one here.
What it bumped to?
It's just saying
they just took it down.
Yeah,
I think they took it down. Yeah, because I don't even see player hits, player home runs right now on here.
Man, are they watching our stream? Just trying to screw with us?
I got hits. That's no problem. It's when I click on sale, it says the availability of your bet has changed.
Man,
and it's that strikeout. So
terrible.
What route you want to go here? Somebody to get an RBI, bases, hits plus runs plus RBIs.
Not necessarily for me. I think we could look at.
I mean, Lindor's numbers 1.5, guys.
What about the total on this game?
Go ahead.
What about the total?
Let's see. Total we got rolling.
Is it at like 7?
7.5.
Yep.
7. And I mean, even though we do have a pretty good pitching matchup, I mean, it looks like there's just a lot of action here. Lines ripping towards the over. You know, whether it's the over 7, over 6.5, over 8, over 7.5. There's just a lot of value on this over in this game here.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of plus money still for it, plus 100.
Yeah, and then you could look at maybe like the Braves team total. You know, what's their team total at? I mean, there's some action there, over 3.5 for the Braves team total. I really don't think that's too far-fetched either.
Which one do you want to go with? Total over 7.5 or Braves team total?
I mean, I kind of like the Braves over team total, honestly.
I was leaning that way more myself too.
Yeah, just to be set, because sales, I mean, I don't know how much the Mets contribute to the over, so I think the safer route would be the Braves. The Braves get some runs here, and looking, you know, they're due to get going here, man.
All right, what's the number on the team total? I didn't look. I'm gonna stop sharing here.
3.5.
Okay, over 3.5, which now takes. Well, we were plus 4 or something. Now we're down to plus 320.
Well, yeah. I mean, the
strikeouts took I think we had.
Yeah,
that
was probably
no. It was the total. The over 7.5 brings it up to 475.
Yeah.
So it's included with that in the total.
Yeah.
You can't put them both together.
No, I would do the Braves team total, man. I wouldn't take the whole game over.
All right, I'm just going to put $10 on it, plus 320, and just go with it. But now, what I need from you guys is I need a home run.
Yeah.
Well, I got a guy throwing out. I mean, I'm looking here. The odds aren't too great for him, but in the last 10 games, he's hitting 80%. On the season, he's going almost 70%. And when he's playing the Angels, he's hot at over 73. I'm liking Brent Rooker tonight to go deep.
Whoa. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, the Mays, I mean, they're getting hot. You know, I don't know. His name has been screaming to me since you mentioned home run.
Angels have been hot too. Both of these teams have been hot.
It's going to be a good game tonight. I think that'll be a good game tonight. That's the one I'm honestly most interested to see. I mean, Bob and I were
both of these teams have been playing better. I mean, the Angels just swept Seattle.
Yeah. Hey, when you could do that against the Mariners, they've been hot this year themselves. So that is a tough playing alone to do. So
yeah, it should be interesting. And the pitching matchup screams just a lot of action tonight.
All right.
Rosenberg and Stripling on the mound. There's no doubt somebody's hitting one out.
Definitely one. We might see multiple home runs.
We very well could. Very well could with these two pitchers.
All right, you got me on this. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock that in with you. I like the Brent Rooker play.
The Giants have tied the game.
Whoa.
Giants have tied the Dodgers 4-4. So there's that. Justin, had problems focusing on my trading course today because of your blasphemy take on Rogers. Thanks, Bob. That got my blood pumping, I'll admit.
That should help you focus in a little bit then.
Yeah. Well, the debate was Rogers or Favre, who the better quarterback was. Bob and Jonathan were on Favre over Rogers.
Everybody. I talked to Randall.
Not me. I did lean Rogers.
I talked to Randall afterwards too. He was cracking up laughing. He couldn't believe anybody'd take Rogers over Favre. What the hell's wrong with you guys?
Well, I will say I thought it was pretty surprising, call it what you will, but Rogers made the top 100 players last year on just 5 snaps. So that's got to mean something.
What is that? What the hell does that even mean?
5 plays, but he was number 96, I think.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you something. None of us here do drugs, Justin. Just because somebody disagrees with you does not mean they're on crack. Gosh. My goodness.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think it's. I mean, I don't think it's so far apart with those two that, I mean, both of them have 1 ring. I don't know.
It's a tough one. I think Rodgers can solidify himself if he actually does something more. I mean, obviously, once Favre left the Packers, didn't really have too many great runs. They had that little time down in Minnesota. Wasn't too bad for him. But, yeah, I think Aaron's on the stretch here where he can kind of write his own history, per se.
Now, had Favre taken that Minnesota team to the Super Bowl and won, absolutely.
Whole different story.
That would, whole different story.
If he had taken him to the Super Bowl, remember something here, guys. He got the holy crap knocked out of him in that Minnesota NFC Championship game by the Saints, who had a bounty on his ass, and he still damn near won the fucking game. That Aaron Rodgers
also threw a critical pick. So
what? So what? Shit happens. You know what? Aaron Rodgers would not have been in that game. He would have been on the bench, probably with a torn Achilles.
I definitely, evenly matched is definitely more where I'm kind of leaning. As a Packers fan, I don't know. Like, I'm not a Packers fan. I'm a Browns fan, unfortunately. But if I were a Packers fan, that would be a hard debate to have. I mean, you're in your 3rd quarterback in decades.
Amen. Tristan is right on. Rodgers is the Hail Mary GOAT. No 2 ways about it. I will give him that every day of the week. But
dude is accurate.
I'm going to tell you right now, boys, you don't think sitting behind Brett Favre that he learned a shit ton about playing quarterback? Guarantee you.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I mean,
he'd have never been a player.
But it's not as if Rodgers was. I mean, he just never got a shot. It's not like he was a bum and not good enough. He just didn't get a chance.
In the old days, that's how they did quarterbacks. Quarterbacks didn't come out of college and start. The majority of these guys who come out of college and start in their first year ain't worth a damn anyway.
Well, I will say this. They evidently know what they're doing because they did that. They had Rodgers sit behind Favre. He turned out pretty good. They had Love sit behind Rodgers. Obviously, Love's nowhere into his career yet, but there's definitely, he looks pretty damn good after 1 year. You know, we'll see what happens, but it was obviously a smart choice by them to hold on to him, because if they don't hold on to Jordan Love, they don't probably have a quarterback right now. And at least Jordan Love, I mean, the guy won a playoff game, you know, first year. So you
don't think that he learned from watching Brett Favre play the game. If you say that, don't talk to me about football ever again. I'm serious. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Every backup quarterback learns from the starter if the starter is better than him, and Brett Favre was better than him when Rodgers came in and got drafted.
Isn't that usually why they're the backups?
Exactly. Exactly. Gets out of the pocket and has more. Absolutely. His mobility was better than Favre's, but Favre was tough, man. He was tough.
But Favre did have some mobility, though, dude. At least, I mean, it's not like he was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, he wasn't slow. Well, no. And
not straight line.
Yeah. He could run around the pocket a little bit and make some things happen.
He didn't have Rodgers' speed. Rodgers.
No.
Is faster.
No
two ways about it.
And he let the thing with Favre, and I mean he threw a lot of interceptions, but I mean he wasn't afraid to make a throw.
I can guarantee you that gunslinger mentality that Favre had, it rubbed off on Rodgers. Guarantee you it did. Oh, Justin's going to be so mad, and I can see him right now. I think his head's about to explode.
He's yelling through. I could hear him yelling through the computer.
He spelled maybe Mabey. I mean, oh, he's gonna kill me.
I'll be looking for those tweets later.
Under pressure, I don't know. Here's the thing: Favre played when you could knock the crap out of the quarterback.
That's true too.
Completely different game.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you stood in the pocket to take a hit in those days. You were getting a lot different. I do agree with that portion of it, but I
mean, Aaron Rodgers did get his single chin strap, from Favre. That wasn't his choice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's different. It's a different game nowadays. I mean, these quarterbacks, I feel like, are the softest they've ever been in football. I sometimes get mad at just watching the game where you touch a guy too hard and the flag's coming out instantly.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Well, and some guys never got the benefit of those calls. I mean, I felt like a guy like Ben Roethlisberger never really got.
Yep. How about Matt Stafford? It feels like he was so
big. Yeah, he was so big that, like, I mean, there was a lot of times I saw him kind of get hit like up in his chin or in his head, but no, the referees wouldn't call it because he's a big dude, and it doesn't look as vicious on a bigger guy. The same thing with, like, let's say Shaq. You'd hit him, they wouldn't call a foul, but it was clearly a foul that he's so big.
It's like not everyone could touch Shaq's forearm, but just because he hit him in the bicep, that's still a foul.
It's still a foul. I mean, it's like, yes, he's big and can fight through it, but it's still a foul.
Yeah.
And LeBron's gone through a lot of that too, I think, where he's gotten mugged, and because he's so big and strong, they don't call it because it doesn't seem like it affected any. It's like, yeah, but it's still a foul.
Right.
I mean, it's not his fault he fought through it and is a badass.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Still a foul. Yeah, still a foul. Like, come on. Yeah. So unfortunately, guys like that have gotten the crappy end of things.
Looks like Dodgers have gone up by 2 now.
Oh, they took it back.
Yep.
And let me guess, Ohtani hit one out. He sure as hell did. He hit a 2-run homer.
No surprise.
No.
And we were just talking about the Dodgers and their late game scoring.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah. I forget what game it was just the other night, but I can't remember who they were playing. It went into 11 or 12 innings, though. And just in the extra innings, the Dodgers had scored, I believe, 6 runs in those 3 innings.
Yeah.
there's Tristan's Dodgers. Oh my God.
he's pumped for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I'm sick of hearing about the Dodgers. I mean, how many years have you've been putting me? And I got Kia is a Dodgers fan too. Jeez.
Yeah, Dodgers all around. At least I balance it out with the Yankees for you.
Yeah, well, I have a future on the Yankees. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not. I knew that after this All-Star break, I was saying all before that they needed that All-Star break, and they look a little better. They still lost those 2 to the Mets, but their hitting's definitely turning around. Garrett Cole looked a little better last night, besides the 3 home runs that he gave up. So I just don't know. They're definitely missing a piece. It seems like when their offense is hot, their pitching staff is bad. When the pitchers are hot, their offense can't do nothing.
Yeah, and a big series with the Yankees Red Sox. Both teams are struggling right now. The Red Sox have gone cold a little. They finally, they lost 2 or 3 to Colorado. They lost 20-7 yesterday.
Yep.
13 run. We were looking like an NFL game out there.
Yep, got swept before that. They got swept by the Dodgers, the Red Sox did. So, yeah, the Yankees and Red Sox all trending downward right now, and they're going to play a big 3-game series here, and it's –
I'd really like to get Tony on the show with you because he's a Red Sox guy.
Uh-oh. It'd probably be a loud show.
I'm sure it would. All right. Look, this time went by really, really fast.
Really fast.
Good job. You know what? Justin said this. We're going to end on this. I can agree with you on that. The overprotections with the quarterback. All right.
Look, you know what?
Go.
You give him a break with the Rod. I mean, you're acting like Favre and Rodgers aren't that far apart. So for him to say Rodgers is better is not that crazy. I mean,
I would take Brett Favre any day of the week.
Woo!
Wow,
I was going to say you're putting up the screen.
Wow.
Woo! Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Let's get some wins tonight, boys. Let's see that dinger play.
All right. I got that posted on X. Everybody retweet it. We'll put it in the Discord. Don't forget, we got a Discord in the description of this show on YouTube and also on Facebook too. So check us out.
Rooker, we need Rooker.
Rooker, I could use that.
We like that one.
$100 on that, man. No, I'm kidding.
I was getting ready to say.
Bold move. Bold move,
Okay.
Cotton. Let's see how it pays off.
Yeah.